Hey guys, it is time for wisdom number 38. Please don't disengage. I get it. There's so much that's going on in the world at the moment that is horrible, like truly horrible. We're at a point, an inflection in history where we're repeating some of the worst atrocities of the past. And while we're not there yet, we're well and truly on the way. And it frightens me. It frightens me for the future, for my children. It frightens me for all of us. Like, none of us really know what's coming, what's next. But a lot of people tell me they've escaped to La La Land, and I get La La Land. I wish I could live in La La Land. But I can't, because I'm looking at my children every day thinking, what is the future going to look like for you? What's the opportunities going to be like for you? I mean, if we just look at the future of work and the changing role of work, just getting ready for that is massive, right? And then bring in the climate crisis. And so many people still don't acknowledge that it's a reality. I was speaking to someone recently who said, well, in my experience, nothing's changed. And I just went, well, I'm not really interested in your experience. I'm interested in all of these scientists all over the world, thousands of scientists who are releasing very compelling information, and the data is getting stronger and stronger to support the case that we are facing a climate catastrophe. And it's not at the end of this century, it's within the next 10 years. Some of the information is frightening to read, and yeah, I'd rather not read it, but I have to, because I want to be able to look my boys in the eyes and say, I've done everything I could to stop this trajectory, because we have to stop it. We're not gonna get out of this unharmed. We can't. We left it too late. It's coming. It's going to be brutal if we don't act. So we need to pay attention to that. I know that the majority of people who are stepping out of public discourse, it's because the politics of today, it's so negative, it's so horrible. It's us and them. We're not reaching across the aisles and speaking to each other and connecting with each other. We're not understanding each other. I was at a professional speakers event in America. I think it was July this year, and people from all walks of life who are professional speakers or aspiring speakers, we all come together and learn from each other and from the best in the industry. But at lunchtime, you sort of sit with random people and just have conversations and meet everybody. And there were a couple of the speakers having this conversation about how politics and everything that's going on in America has forced them to completely disengage from the news. And, as speakers, as thought leaders, as people who are out there looking to shift opinions or ideas or ways of doing things, I just said to them, I think you definitely can't be stepping out of this conversation just because it's not pleasant, because in your role as a speaker, it's how can you be effective doing what you're doing if you're not paying attention to all of the information that's going on in the world right now? And we ended up having a really, really great conversation, and one of the people was really extremely the opposite of the way I see the world. Socialism was mentioned, which got a huge roll of eyes, and I was like, wow, it's such a divide. Like the words divide people. And I found it really fascinating, but I was talking to them, you've got to be involved, you've got to be engaged, we've all got to be engaged. And I'd love to escape. I'd love to get out there and just think that everything's beautiful and fine, but it's not. The rise of hatred, religious extremism, oh God, religious extremism, when are we going to get over that, us and them. The age divide between people above 50 and people below 50, and in a few days I'm going to be classified in the people above 50, which is kind of a bit of a depressing thing, right? Because I'm definitely more in the mindset of the below 50, as far as what we need to do to change the world, to change everything. We've got to change everything. So I know that facing up to what we're facing up to it's not an easy thing to do, but we've got to do it. We've got to pay attention to what's going on. We've got to join the conversation. We've got to read the information. Please, don't disengage at this time. I know it can be an ugly fight. Just yesterday, one of my friends was being attacked on LinkedIn for sharing a report that true equality and parity is going to take well over 220 years before we've got it. And all of these men started to attack her, and it was like, it was crazy, you know. And all that does is stop the rest of us from having the confidence to step up and talk about issues like that. But we can't let those people silence us. We can't let those people win. They're not pushing us forward. People who are fighting against these things, they're not pushing us forward. They're not making life better for everyone, men and women. Equality is not a bad thing for men. Equality is a great thing for men. It's a great thing for everyone, because it's opening a new future for all of us where we can all go out and be the people that we want to be. You know, I often think about the concept of yearning, right? So I've written a blog, I haven't published it yet, where I talk about yearning. Do you yearn? And I'm a real yearner. I yearn to change the world, to make the world a better place, to give my children every opportunity. I'm a yearner, right? And I think that all around the world there are so many people, male and female, LGBTIQ, they're yearning for something. And because of the way the rest of us think that life should be structured, they're not able to achieve their potential. Everyone on this planet should be able to achieve their potential, whatever it is. And the first place that we've got to do is we've got to be engaged in what's going on in society. One of the questions I've always asked myself from a really young age is, how did Germany ever get to the point where the Holocaust became possible? And I was never able to understand it. How did it happen? How did all of those amazing people in Germany move into this really terrible chapter of human history? And well, I've got the answer in the last couple of years. We're seeing it play out before our eyes. And I don't want that to be playing out before our eyes. I don't want that reality to come back again. We need to move to a more kinder, more humane, more loving, more caring world. It's not about making massive profits anymore. It doesn't mean you can't make money. There's nothing wrong with money. But money at the expense of the planet. Money that divides us, the difference between the haves and the haves not, the widening wealth gap. We're at a point where we all need to step up and say enough, and we need to stand up and we need to change it. But you can't do that if you're disengaged. And if you're disengaged, you're leaving less of us to fight the fight for all of us. So please, I know it's not easy, but don't be disengaged. Face up to it. Yes, it's horrible. Yes, it's depressing. Yes, you're going to have really bad days. But once you get into the mode of saying, okay, what can I do? How can I help? What action can I take? What volunteer groups can I be part of? Then you start to see a really big difference. Then you start to see that you're making a difference. Your children will see it if you've got children. Your community will see it, and they'll start to follow. So be brave. I know it's not easy. I know. I'm in the thick of it, but we've got to do it. So please don't be disengaged. All right, guys. See you tomorrow.